got to the restaurant. I don't like to take parking spaces that are right up front at restaurants because I'm like, I am able to physically walk. What if somebody comes along and they need that space to be closer? So I park my normal kind of farther away, which was in this case not a. Anyway, I walking into the restaurant. I had tired myself out, and I tripped over the carpet, and I fell all the way. And they had a hardwood, very hard wood windowsill, and I slammed my face on the windowsill and slammed my head on their hard marble floor. And I noticed that there was some blood, but I was like, I've fallen before, and just pick yourself up and keep going. So after I did pout a moment that this time because it was just awkward and I was embarrassed tripping and falling in front of at a restaurant. A very anyway, but tripping and falling at the restaurant, and I went in, my face pouring blood. I didn't even really realize it was pouring blood, but I went in and I was said to the maitre d', "Hi, I would like a table for two, please," because, I was waiting on my outing with my friend. I'll talk about that in another video. Oh my gosh, but he was so good. But my outing with my friend, I was like, "Hi, I would just like a table for two." And she was like, "I think you have bigger things to worry about right now than a table for two." And she was like, "Let me get you some." And it just so happened that at the restaurant, a number of the people who work there are legit nurses. And a number of people walked up to me. They were like, "Well, just have a seat right here." And I was like, "I really just want a table for two, please." And they were like, "You might need an ambulance." So sure enough, they went ahead and called that ambulance, and they talked to me and took my information and stuff. And I was so shaken up, I think that's where that phrase comes from. I was literally shaking because I was so bothered by just the whole everything with the situation. And I was like, I just want to have a meal with my special friend, and I was so afraid that he was going to, when I spoke to him, because they were like, "Do you want to call your friend?" Because I arrived a few minutes before him. They're like, "Do you want to call him?" And I was like, "Okay." And ultimately, they got him on the phone because I was too literally shaken up at the time to dial in anything. And I spoke with him, and I was so worried that he would be like, "I don't want to walk into all of this. I've got to go." GTG. I'm chuckling, Mariah Carey. GTFOH. Get the F out. Anyway, but he was like, "I'm on my way. I'll be there soon." And he came in, and I playfully referred to him as my hero, but he came in, we ate the meal, and we at first I was like, I don't need stitches. Like, I literally was saying that while I was like dripping blood. Like, let me just pat this face down. I don't really need stitches. And my special friend, my friend, was like, if it was on your arm, I would say don't worry about it. If it was somewhere else, I would say don't worry about it. But it's on your face. And he's like, you really want that to heal well. So we went ahead to the hospital. He waited with me until 2:30, and after 2:30 in the morning. And technically they didn't finish with me until 6 in the morning, but he waited with me until 2:30 in the morning. In other words, he waited with me for hours. He pushed me around in that little wheelchair that the hospital has or whatever. And he was a godsend. Hallelujah. Anyway, the don't be shamed part of this video is just, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a cane. You know, I was talking to some of my friends and they were like, that was bad, but it could have been so much worse. And another thing I was going to talk about as far as the don't be shamed was, one, don't be shamed about, you know, doing what you have to do to be the best you can be and to be safe. But also, and this is kind of nasty, I guess, but you know, my people with the MS diagnosis know that sometimes we make mistakes on ourselves, bladder control, stuff like that, and other. And if that happens, you know, just clean yourself up and go on about your day. You can survive. You're a survivor. You're a winner. Oh, and it's so cute. While we were in the hospital, he said he wanted to hear Patti LaBelle's Hero. And I'm like, Hero? And he said it's some song by Patti LaBelle where she sings Hero. And I'm like, Ultimately, it was Winner in You. And my mom used to play that song all the time. And there's a winner in you. Don't give up on you.